right, guys, we're back for round two. Let's see if we can make this happen. Give it time for all the notifications to go out. Good morning, Mr. Corsair Trainer, sir. How are you? Ooh, here comes that wind again. That's brisk, as they say. All right, look. Sorry I had to cut the other one short, guys. It dawned on me while I was talking to y'all right after we'd started that I had forgotten something very important that I had to go do and take care of, and it was a time-sensitive matter. So, yeah, had to stop and go do that real quick. So we're back now. We'll hang out for a little while with y'all. Again, nothing particular on the menu. Just wanted to wish y'all a Merry Christmas again, Happy New Year, all that good stuff. Like I said before, we're gonna take a little time the next couple of days with the family and just kind of enjoy things. So I literally, before I jumped back on here, I was talking with a buddy of mine, and brought up a good point, which is something that I just automatically kind of think about and do. So it's second nature for me, but he put it in my head, so I thought I'd mention it to you. While you're enjoying the next few days with family and relaxing a little bit and all that, don't forget that we still live in a very precarious world. Stay vigilant and stay on guard. Unfortunately, we tend to take things for granted, especially here in America, of how good we actually have it, in that we can stop and just completely forget about things like Christmas, etc., or forget about the world at Christmas because of how legitimately good we have it. However, if you think about the time between like the 23rd of December up through about the 2nd or 3rd of January, that is a prime time for anyone who didn't like us to do something unpleasant, okay? You've got a lot of people traveling, a lot of people off work, critical infrastructure is running on skeleton crews. The government itself is running on a skeleton crew. Add in this year, you've got this big, cold push coming down, all the snow and ice and freezing. Power companies are already having problems and rolling blackouts. There's been a lot of that going on through my network of folks. So it's been, it's a prime time. So all I'm saying is enjoy your time and don't forget about that possibility. There's a woodpecker in the pecan tree that's just going to town. I don't know if y'all can even hear him on the mic, but it's like freaking Morse code. And I'm ashamed to say I've forgotten my Morse code. I learned it in signal school years ago and I forgot it. Shame. Anyway, hey, my buddy Tactical Wisdom there, Mr. Joe Dolio made it. Risky Christy, welcome aboard. So yeah, just stay vigilant, guys. The next week or two, is literally, unfortunately, a prime opportunity for bad people to do bad things. So enjoy your time, celebrate all the reasons why we have to celebrate, but stay vigilant at the same time, right? Gotta stay vigilant. Unfortunately, we can't just completely pretend that the world doesn't exist. It doesn't mean you don't enjoy the time. You got to find that balance and do both. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm having to check on here because I can't read messages up there, so I got to read the messages on here. And it's nice and warm next to the fire. As long as that wind doesn't blow. When that wind blows, it gets a bit chilly. Not gonna lie. But as Mr. Joe Dolio, Tactical Wisdom, says, you just got to have the right clothing and get out and do it, which is why I like doing stuff in January and February. Oh, but I don't like smoking. I'm a smoke magnet, and if I go away from the smoke, y'all won't be able to see me. Figures. Yeah, if you ever want to not be bothered by smoke around a campfire, just invite me, because wherever I sit, that's where the smoke's going. You won't have to worry at all about smoke coming at you, because it follows me mercilessly. So, anyway, my four-legged friend seems to have abandoned me. She said, "To heck with this, she's going back inside." What can I say? She's a little spoiled. I'm gonna let this burn down for a minute and just kind of hang out. Hadn't done a live in a while, so while I'm thinking about it too, y'all make sure you go over to Tactical Wisdom and subscribe over there. That's my buddy Joe Dolio. He's got some great stuff going on. We did, he invited me on here, I guess a couple weeks ago now, and we did a live stream and kind of went over a video out of Ukraine, which was really good learning opportunity. So go check that out and subscribe to his channel. He's got some really good stuff going on over there. And as I told y'all before, you need to go buy his books. All his books. Buy his books. Buy my buddy Brush Beater's books. Whatever Christmas money you get, go buy them. You will not regret it. Yes, Tactical Wisdom is the sponsor of today's video. Actually, no. I just completely and 100% believe in what he's doing and what he's putting out. Again, same with my buddy Brush Beater. Neither one of them pays me a dime to talk about their stuff. I talk about it because it's legit, and I honestly believe you need to have it. No matter what your level of skill is, there's always stuff you can learn, and there's stuff that you can pass on to others. Brush Beater's new Gorilla Guide to the Baofeng Radio. Guys, y'all absolutely have to get that. It's not just about the Baofeng Radio. There are some specific stuff in there for the Baofeng, but a lot of it, probably 3/4 of the content, applies across the board regardless of the radio that you're using, okay? It's not completely specific to just the Baofeng, okay? There's the first part in there to show you how to get it going, but the rest of it, applies across the board regardless. The reason for that is because, much to some people's consternation and chagrin, Baofengs are viable radios. Hate to be the one to say that. I know people are not going to believe me, but they are. They work. They're affordable. People can afford to get them and learn how to use them. You can afford to get 3 or 4, 5, 6, whatever. Have multiples, have backups, redundancy, outfit family and friends, etc., and not have to break the bank. So, yeah, there's my spiel on that. I just saw a name pop up. Well, Corsair, I would, but I'm going to leave that joy and privilege up to you to do yourself. I won't deny you the awesomeness of placing that order. That would just be wrong of me. Mr. Reichenbach, how are you? Oh yes, my good old ODM 65 is a staple in my battery. This M65 for cold weather is it's one of my go-tos for specific tasks such as standing here like I am now. It's great for static use. Now, if I was out actually doing things back there, I'd go totally different. But if I'm having to stand watch, be on guard duty, whatever, and I'm not up moving around, oh yeah, M65 is the bomb because I can layer underneath it as I need to. It breaks the wind really good. Let's see. Yep, see? Tactical wisdom is echoing my sentiments. It's hard to beat an old M65 for a lot of uses. Mr. Woodpecker, I hope you're having fun up there because you are slack going to town. You're destroying the pecan tree. He pecks away at it and kills it, and then when I do get pecans on it, the squirrels freaking eat them alive before they ever hit the ground. Mitch, Merry Christmas across the pond, brother. Hope you all have a good one. Well, you see, Risky, that's why I got up early yesterday morning and got mine all insulated up out here. I had a few that needed to be fixed and touched up. I had a few that I wanted to add some insulation to. So we did all that, and fortunately, as y'all often hear, my well pump is inside, so didn't have to worry about it freezing. My outside pipes, and got the wellhead all insulated up. Left a little spigot dripping last night, and we were golden. So plenty of running water this morning. But yeah, I get the hairdryer thing. Been there, done that. Pots of bottled water heated up in the kettle on the stove to pour over them to thaw them out. It's a thing. Let's see what this is. Oh, mercy. Let's chunk a few more of these in here, get rid of these. Almost out of boxes. So, anyway. So yeah, there's my shameless plug for your book purchasing pleasure. I'll probably be putting out a video next week before the first of the year. I really think, guys, y'all need to jump on what you're doing. I've had this feeling tickling for about a month now. Yeah, you need to do things like getting those books, getting your gear squared away, getting your plans squared away, and start getting every minute of practice, etc., that you can in. I've just got that. I've got a feeling that I haven't ever had before, right? It's yeah, you see, Joe, that's why we do this, because I don't need anybody riding down the road looking out there and seeing what I got box-wise out for the trash. So we do this that way they don't know what kind of stuff I got. Because for some unknown reason, everybody and their brother has to plaster freaking every square inch of every box with every logo and name possible. I know it's marketing, but still, it's like, can you give me just a little something without a whole bunch of logos all over it? Don't need the whole world seeing what I got. Oh, I'm with you, Christy. I'm with you. Um, and that's part of what I want to talk about in video next week if I can get it done. Is I'm not sure right now where the bigger threat's coming from. Internally from the government, internally from other bad actors, or externally. And external could come via internal or external sources, because external threats have internal assets. If that makes sense. Owie, that's a little warm. Down. Back. So keep all that in the front of your head. We'll jump into that coming up next week, hopefully. Yeah, don't ask, don't tell's a thing, and not just in the military, which I guess the military is not even a thing anymore, but otherwise it's a thing. But sometimes people have to talk too much. I don't know why that is. I don't know what people's penchant for constantly having to try to blab to the world and impress everybody with what they say, but a lot of people need to learn just to be quiet about certain things. A, not say certain things, and B, not ask certain questions. Honestly, certain groups asking repeated questions is why we've got some of the stuff that we've got, because people couldn't just leave well enough alone. It boggles my mind. Absolutely boggles my mind. Boy, that smells good. Not. I bet you it's above freezing now out here. Sorry, I'm catching up on comments real quick. So, of course, Air Trainers brings up a good point there. I get comments sometimes. People think that what I show on video sometimes is the extent of what I have or what I'm doing. There's a ton of, you only get to see what I want you to see, okay? And you only get to know what I want you to know. I don't show 90%, 95% of what me and mine do or what we even have. And people love to assume that if you don't show it, you're not doing it or not don't have it. No, I just don't have a reason to show you or tell you. You don't need to know. It's none of your business. It's none of anybody else's business. For you to assume that I'm not doing something or don't have something or whatever just because you don't see it is naivety on your part at best, and more likely just plain arrogant stupidity. But I digress. Oh, come on. Joe, we know you're not a man of peace. Maybe a man of pieces, but not peace. All right, Steve, look here. I ain't got my shovel with me. Starting to get deep. Let's be careful. I got my good shoes on and no shovel. And if I start tracking that back into the house, the wife's gonna have a fit. Andrew Brown, Merry Christmas. Yes, there are lots of the parts of the country that it is quite chilly. And I can't imagine it being wet in Scotland. That can't be a thing, right? Ah, there you go. There you go. Got to wield that sword. Well, there was something in one of those boxes that's doing an awful good sizzle in there, and I don't know what it was. Hope it wasn't nothing important. That's the last one for today, so we're going to hang out for a minute and let that finish burning down. But again, I wanted to wish y'all a Merry Christmas. Enjoy it. Contrary to what some people say, remember what we are celebrating and why we are celebrating it. We can debate it's not the real date. You know what? I don't care. It's the words of the immortal Rhett Butler. Franklin, my dear, I don't give a damn. Yeah, some of you behind the lines there definitely need to be mindful of things. See what I'm talking about smoke? It don't matter where I move, that crap follows me. Magnet. Let's see, Cameron, Merry Christmas. Ah, yes, all of our stuff has been sent overseas to places that it shouldn't have been sent, ever. Oh, but we're not going to get on that rant. We're going to think Merry Christmas. We're going to think happy thoughts. Because I will stay wound up about it. Because it's just plain wrong. Wrong. Oh, and Joe, if you're still watching, I've been feverishly searching for another video for us to pontificate on and have some fun with. Unfortunately, I haven't found anything overly worthwhile yet. So once I do, I'll send it to you and we can dive into it. F-18, they are still doing quite well. I admittedly have not worn them, but probably twice in the past 2 months. Just because it's been so darn hot that I've just stuck to wearing my my jungle boots. But day like today, if I was going to go out, they're most likely what I would be wearing. But what I have used them, they're still holding up great. If anything comes up, I'll point it out, and I'm hoping I can get some more use out of them. You know, now that we're actually getting into some cooler weather, and I don't have to worry about freaking feet melting off because it's staying 80 freaking degrees. Because it ain't 80 today. And sadly enough, a week ago it was. We had some crazy temperature swings. Nature of where we live, though. Yeah. I was gonna take a walk with you guys, but if I get too far away, I'll lose signal, and then y'all won't be able to see me. So we can't do that. It's gonna take you back there and take a look out back. For another time. I'll have to start it when I've got different signal. What else you guys got going on? Ah, that sounds like a good one, Joe. That sounds like a good one. Peter, Merry Christmas. Christopher, no, I am not back taking orders yet, and I will tell you it's still going to be a while. I am still way backed up, and I will not start taking new orders again until I get like 90% caught up from where I'm at. So unfortunately, still going to be a while, man. I'm still just too far behind. I can't Can't open them back up yet, but I'm trying to get there as quick as I can. Believe me. Believe me, I'm trying my best. In fact, I was working some earlier this morning. Cass, everybody else has been able to hear me so far. Not sure what's going on. Can anybody else still hear me, or has anybody else got sound problems? Yeah, I can hear it on my end. Quasar, how you doing? All right, Roger. DJ? Well, Steve, that's because you're in California and they mute the sound before it gets to you because they don't want you to hear it. All right, everybody else can hear me, so I don't know what's going on. You probably having problems just because it's on the tablet and I ain't got all that fancy money with an extra microphone and all that good stuff. So yeah, this is a low budget operation here. And of course, when the wind blows, yada yada. I was trying to read that message before going away, but. Oh, FM, it's not gonna be because I use my good camera when I'm inside. I just got my tablet plugged in out here and we're just streaming off the tablet because it's the only thing I've got where I can actually see what's going on. So yeah, audio quality on this ain't gonna be nothing like inside. And that's why it's shaking right now, is because the wind's blowing it, which is probably screwing with the audio as well. So all right, the fire is almost burnt down. And it looks like the fire is getting a little thin in the house because the smoke in the chimney is starting to die down, which means I probably need to go put some more fire in the fireplace. More wood in the fireplace, because apparently I'm the only one in the household that can do it. No one else can put wood in the fireplace, despite me repeatedly showing everyone how. I don't know why. Yeah, I just mentioned that, Quasar. I am way backed up still. It's still going to be a while. I want to get about 90% caught up before I open up orders again. It's a thing. I can't fully explain to everyone just how screwed I got and how far back I got with everything that happened since 2020. From like midsummer 2020 on, it was just a cascading snowball between supply issues, getting materials and stuff in a timely manner. It wasn't that I couldn't get them, it was just taking forever to get them. And then everybody and their brother decided, oh, wow, the world's a dangerous place and the country's kind of on the verge of falling apart. Maybe I should finally get some good gear for this fancy rifle that I've spent a ton of money on looking cool with. So everybody and the brother decides to order all at the same time, and it's a balancing act of trying to know when to taper off orders and when not to, and there's too much to go into. Needless to say, it all just kept snowballing and combining, and it didn't stop. It continued all through 2021 as well. The supply issues were bigger than what a lot of people realize, especially for smaller people like me, because I don't have freaking, I don't have 1,000-yard rolls of material and 10,000 yards worth of webbing and all that stocked up. I have to buy it in much smaller quantities, which means I'm buying it more often. And when I order webbing that takes normally a week or two to get here, and suddenly it's taken 2 and 3 months to get here, that throws monkey wrenches into the works. Practical Rifleman, see you later. Have a Merry Christmas. Sling system that works with a shotgun. Just a simple 2-point sling. I need to do a video on slings and give y'all my thoughts. Everybody's got their own take on it. It's people have lost track of what a sling is supposed to do, especially for the armed prepared citizen. Like, people are trying to use slings and mimic what they see on a SWAT team or a SEAL team doing hostage rescue or Delta doing a snatch and grab or whatever. They have completely lost the point of what a sling is going to be. My partner finally rejoined me. That a sling is simply to hold your rifle or shotgun and take some of the weight off your arms when you're standing around like this on guard duty all the time, which is a lot of what you're going to be doing, or when you're out there doing security patrols and you're having to walk a long way and you're not going to go at port arms all the time, and you're not going to patrol like this because you try to do a 2 or 3 mile patrol at low ready, it don't work so good. I'm just saying, you're going to be more patrol slung like this, and you need to be able to react. That's what a sling is supposed to do for us. People lose track of that. It doesn't need to configure 500 different ways. It doesn't need to adjust at 0.083 parsecs. It just needs to hold the rifle and maybe give you a little bit of adjustability if you need to for clothing and gear. That's it. I'll do a video on that one day. In fact, maybe I'll even get a couple of the guys like Joe from Tactical Wisdom and my buddy Brushbeater, see if I can maybe do a live stream one night, and I'll get them on and we'll have a little round table about it, because I think guys put way too much energy and focus into slings that they don't need to. Why did y'all get me off on a rant about slings? Seriously. Let's see. FBI scumbag Twitter file? Well, the FBI scumbags. I mean, that's pretty it. Guys, this stuff it's coming out of Twitter shouldn't surprise you, okay? God dang it, follow me again. Some of us have been screaming about this stuff for years. And of course, we all got called conspiracy theorists and everything else. It's why Twitter did what it did to keep folks like us from saying those things, because they were scared to death people would get wise to it and maybe actually start believing the truth. Now the truth is all coming out, and lo and behold, a whole bunch of us were right. I've been telling people for years, yesterday's conspiracy theory is today's reality. Believe it, it's a thing, okay? This country went corrupt at an extreme level a long time ago. It reached a new peak whenever a certain someone straight up told you they were going to fundamentally change things, and they did. They straight up did. This is something that I completely blame Trump for this, okay? Trump should have engaged his executive privilege when he got inaugurated into office and cleaned house from the top down. DOJ, DOD, etc. He should have cleaned house, but he didn't. He left all the people in place, for the most part, that the previous occupier of the White House put into place. Because he was a businessman and he was used to striking business deals, and he could make a deal with anybody and everybody, okay? He's a business guy. He thought he could do that, and unfortunately he found out that those people were not business people, and he couldn't strike a deal with them, and we all see the results of what happened. They got to stay in place, they got to do what they did, and it's a thing. It's not a shock to some of us. A lot of us knew what was going on and saw it, tried to mention it. People didn't listen. It's a thing, right? So a lot of this is squarely on his head. He had the opportunity to change it and at least forestall it for a little while, and he did. Those people all stayed, and rest assured, there's more now there than there ever were, because the current occupier has put even more in, and they won't make, believe me when I say this, they will not make the mistakes that they made with Trump again. Trump was a fly in the ointment that they did not foresee coming, did not expect to happen. It caught them off guard and by surprise. Everything they have done since then has been to completely ensure that that will never happen again. Believe me when I say that. You won't see it happen again. Not like that. So, I haven't even looked at comments in a bit. Hang on a second. Let me get caught up. Yep, y'all are all pretty right. I mean, it is what it is. Well, you know, that fire is putting off some nice heat, and it ain't putting off no nice heat anymore. And it's getting my hands a bit chilly because for whatever reason the wind has decided to start blowing again. We're not going out back. My partner's way back yonder, and she's wanting to go back into the back because there's critters back there that she wants to go find and love on. She's very loving. She loves critters. Loves squirrels, rabbits, turtles. Loves all of them. Don't you? Come here. You come up here? Don't just wag your tail. Get up here. Come here. Come. Come. She's loving this cool weather, in case y'all can't tell. Because she can get out and run and go ballistic, and she feels great in it, unlike the rest of us. I didn't say we were going in. Hey, come here. I didn't say we were going in. Come here. Yeah, she loves this weather because with her dark fur, she can get out in the sun and soak up the heat and stays plenty warm. It's my little lamprona. Don't let her size fool you. She'll gnaw limbs off surprisingly fast. Anyway, let's see. Twin Arrows, Merry Christmas. Ah. Oh, it doesn't work with gloves. Scroll up. All right, how long has this thing been running? Oh, 40 minutes. All right. I'm gonna wrap up, guys. I got to get back in the house, get a few things done. We got a lot of company coming over tonight. Christmas Eve's big deal for us. I might if I get squirrely, I'll bring y'all back live later on maybe and show you some of what we got happening. My wife has taken the hey, Guns Coast to Coast. I didn't know you were here. Um, she has taken the turkey and the ham out of the oven, and it is sitting on the counter resting. And I don't know which I'm a bigger junkie for, the turkey or the ham, because I dearly love both. Like, every bite is a thank you, Jesus, because of just the good Lord blessing us with such fine, tasty animals. And I really only get her turkeys at Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I have to make the most of them and enjoy them as best I can. So, like I said, I might bring you back later. I'll share with you some of the tastiness in there. If I don't, I truly and sincerely wish you guys a Merry Christmas. Okay, you just shut your mouth about the venison backstraps, because my cousin has some of those, and we'll be taking of those at a later date. I may or may not show you that, but y'all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in case I don't get back to you today. Definitely not tomorrow. But take care, stay safe, stay vigilant, enjoy your time. Like, I can't stress enough, truly enjoy and savor the time with those that you care about. It doesn't matter if they're blood family or non-blood family. Family's family. Savor that time with them. I've got a couple of various friends that have had some out of the blue catastrophic things happen to them recently, including one that just 2 weeks ago, out of the blue, had a massive stroke. You were not promised another second on this earth. Always remember that. As the old Latin is, memento mori. So anyway, enjoy it, guys. I'll try to get back with y'all later. Merry Christmas, stay safe, and we'll see you. Out.